check. 1 2 1 2 1 2. What up, everybody? It's your man RTP. Skull Gang in the building. You know what time it is. We are here. We are back. Did I? Yes, I did. We are here. We are back with another. Listen, let's get some rhythm going. Let's get the ticker going. And let's play. It is Monday, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. Happy Labor Day to everybody. It is officially game week. We have a game on Thursday. I believe it is the Chiefs versus Detroit. I think it is. Something like that. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have their game on Sunday. P. Nash is in the building. What it do, P. Nash? What it do? We are here. Listen, man, I don't know. I really don't have that much to talk about. I just figured I'd come on here, see you guys, talk a little bit about this game that we got coming up. You know, I know people want to talk about the Mike Evans situation. I think people want to talk about that. I'm not 1,000% sure if people want to talk about that, because there really isn't nothing to talk about, to be honest with you guys. The contract talks stopped, and they will continue at the end of the season. I don't think there is anything to see there. I fully trust in Jason Light. I fully trust in Mike Evans. I don't think Mike Evans wants to go anywhere. I don't think Jason Light wants to let him go anywhere. And I don't think he will go anywhere. There's just certain players where you just can't let them go. Mike Evans is one of them. So I don't really have too much to say about that, you know. I just feel like I just did. P. Nash is chilling with the fam. There you go. Happy Labor Day, man. Happy Labor Day. I'm about to go chill with the fam as well. I had a awesome weekend. Except for the Friday part. I had a funeral on Friday. And then after that, I took my daughter to Universal. That was awesome. Spent a lot of money. Too much money. I spent way too much money at Universal. But my daughter had a great time. We didn't have to wait in any lines. We was like VIP all the way, man. We just cutting everybody. So it was pretty good. And then yesterday, I pretty much got to eat all the places that I haven't eaten in a long time in California. Back when, you know, I used to live in Cali, so had a lot of spots that I had to hit with the food. Misador in the building. A certain player like that QB from New England that won all those Super Bowls. Listen, it's different. That's a little different. I will say that's a little different. For one, that coaching staff, there was a balance between, there was a fight, I should say. There was a fight between Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. So at that point, do you go with the coach? Do you go with the player? And they went with the player until they felt like they couldn't go with the player no more. Then they had to go with the coach. There's no coach versus player dynamic here. Todd Bowles knows that Mike can still play. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that Mike can still play. This is a contract negotiation situation. This isn't do we still want him here situation. It's a little different. It's a little different. Joe Montana, like Ronnie, no, not like Ronnie Lott's completely different. Ronnie Lott was a safety. John Lynch was a safety as well. What you would want to say is, I guess Warren Sapp could be, but no, Derek Brooks. Well, Derek Brooks didn't go nowhere. It would be like Derek Brooks, because Warren Sapp had the little, background noise. Yeah, all that stuff is not the same. I don't think any of that situation is the same. I got to take my son to Nintendo World. Yeah, and I advise you, if you're going to do that, Nash, pay the extra $20 to get there an hour before the park opens and go. You want to do that an hour before the park opens and go. And because if you pay an extra $20, you can go into the park an hour before it opens and go into Nintendo World. And check it out, because it stays packed, and that's the one place that I had trouble. We had to wait, because even if you get the express pass, which I did, the express upgrade pass, you still can't cut the lines in Nintendo World. So you want to get that over with. Joe Namath, Emmitt Smith, the list goes on and on. At the end of the day, it's a business. Yes, Brooks was cut final year of his contract. The thing is, it's more of Jason Light. It's not more the situation. It's more of Jason Light. Randy Moss was the face of Vikings, and they let him ride as well. Like I said, it's more of my belief in Jason Light. What it do, peoples? My Final Fantasy football draft is today. Shout out to you, Clack White in the building. Clack White is in the building. Yes, like I said, Sodor, I feel like it's more of Jason Light is the situation more than anything. I don't think Jason Light's going to let him go anywhere. I think there could be a chance that Mike Evans balls out crazy, and there could be a chance Mike Evans just has a regular 1,100 yard season. You know what I'm saying? So maybe Jason Light wants to see what that's going to look like before he pays the man. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't, to be honest, it's kind of hard for me to see Mike Evans go somewhere else. Like I don't see that happening. Because he's still Mike Evans. This is not like Levante. Like, I didn't have a problem seeing I did have a problem seeing Levante leave somewhere, but I was kind of like, I can see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want Levante to go nowhere in free agency, but I could see writing on the wall where I'm like, okay, I can see where he goes somewhere else, gets a nice little bag, and plays linebacker for somebody else, and us feeling like, okay, he's a little like, his prime is already over type situation. Like, I could see that. I didn't think it would happen, but I could see that. I can't see that with Mike yet. I think Mike still has too much in the tank for us to let him go. I just don't see it with Mike. I just don't see that happening. I just think fans got to keep in perspective. Yeah, of course, again, anybody, I understand it's a business. I understand all that stuff. I understand all the people that's left their time, but again, a lot of it has to do with, okay, we're gonna have to move on eventually, right? That's why I don't see it with Mike, because Mike is not in a position where it's like, okay, we need to get someone who's gonna be better than Mike. Like, I don't see that happening. Like, I don't see us replacing Mike with someone better. I think Mike is still I think Mike is still in his prime, and there's just no reason to let him go anywhere else. So that's why I just can't see it. But we'll see what happens. We'll see how it plays out. Hopefully we don't gotta worry about that. Hopefully Mike balls out and we're like, yeah, we ain't gonna let him go nowhere. But we'll see what happens there. Let me see. We got the Minnesota Vikings this weekend. It doesn't really feel, and I'm glad, but it doesn't feel like we have football coming up. It's already Monday, which I love that it's Monday and I'm not at work, because it's going to make the week feel real short, which is going to make football come even faster. I won't feel like it's football week until tomorrow. Once I'm in work tomorrow, then it's gonna feel like, okay, the week started and now a football week is coming up. But I can't wait. I hate this angle, man. I look super like fat in this little angle right here, but whatever. But yeah, what was I saying? So we got Minnesota Vikings coming up Sunday. The Panthers play the Falcons, and the Saints play. Does anybody remember who the Saints play? I don't remember who the Saints play. Can't remember. But as far as the Falcons and the Panthers game, I won't get into detail about that game, but I will pick a winner right now, and I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna go with. This is tough. I'm gonna go with my how I've been feeling about the division. I'm just gonna go by that because again, it's week 1. Anything could happen week 1. Teams could get caught off guard week 1. We've seen this many times. Teams could get caught off guard week 1. Some teams won't be ready week 1 because of how they treated the preseason. There's a lot of reasons why week 1 games can go a certain way. But I'm just going to go with how I feel about the division, and I'm going to go ahead and say the Falcons beat the Panthers week 1. If anybody knows who the Saints play week 1, I would appreciate that to put in the comment section. But we play the Minnesota Vikings. I said before, they have a good offense, right? They have Kirk Cousins, who's a pretty good quarterback. He had Saints play the Titans. Ooh, Saints play the Titans. I'm taking the Titans. That felt easier than the Panthers Falcons game. I'm taking the Titans. And again, please people, understand. This is not a hate channel. This is not, oh, I don't like that, I'm gonna pick that. No. I'm being honest. I'm looking football wise. I don't know too much. I don't know if the Titans still have a good defense. I don't know if their run game is still as good as possible. I definitely like their coach. I know their coaching staff is better. Saints really didn't show me anything, and I know how that training camp went. I wasn't feeling their training camp at all, especially the headspace of their quarterback. I'm gonna go ahead and just take the Titans on that. I'm gonna take the Titans. Stefan Pryor in the building says Jefferson is a problem. Yes, Jefferson is a problem. Kirk Cousins, like I said, he's a pretty good quarterback. A lot of people sleep on him, but he can give you a dud game. I don't know if he will give us a dud game, but he can give us a dud game, and he can turn over the ball. So he's not immortal by any means. He does bleed, and sometimes he bleeds often. So it's very, very possible to whip that offense. But yes, Justin Jefferson, I believe they drafted some rookie wide receiver. They got the tight end that they just signed. They got that running back, Madison, I think it is, who is now going to be the starter now that Dalvin Cook is not there. I don't believe in their run game. And I mean, not because of them. I just don't believe in anybody's run game. I believe our run defense will come back to what it was. I truly believe that. I believe we'll be a top 5 run defense again. So I'm not too worried about any of that when it comes to run defense. As far as their weapons, Justin Jefferson is a problem. He is a problem. And I am very interested to see him going against our corners, because he's not going to go just against one of our corners. I believe they're going to try to move him around, and they're going to try to pick on Dean. They're going to try to see what they could do with Carlton. So both of them are going to have their time with Justin Jefferson. Now, will they put him in the slot a lot? I don't know. But if that's the case, that's probably where they're going to eat. We're going to see what we have to do there. I think that position is still open as far as if are we going to pick up a veteran, right? I think our depth chart in that position is already set. But as far as are we going to pick up a veteran, I believe that if we get eaten up in the slot too much, I think we do go out there and we go pick up a veteran. So that's still to be seen. We got to still find out how much our slot corner can handle it. Christian Izien, so shout out to him. But yeah, offensively they could be a problem. This could be in the high 20s. This could be in the low 30s. I'm hoping it's not. I hope our defense come out strong. A lot of people try to, well, not a lot of people. I mean, some people that are not too IQ with football will go and say how our defense looked, our starting defense looked against, who was it that we played in the last game? Wasn't the Jets, wasn't the Steelers. Steelers, Jets, and then who was the last team we played against? Can't think. Who was the last preseason game against? I don't remember. Well, anyways, whatever that game was, I can't remember who the other team was. Pittsburgh. No, it wasn't Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was week 1. It's all right, Clark. Clark is in the building. Who was week 3 of preseason? Why can't I remember who the team was? Ravens. Thank you, sir. Good Lord. Drew a blank. So the Ravens offense went against our defense, or the Ravens second team offense went against our first team defense, and they scored the first drive and then they didn't on the second or whatever. I would say as far as us, that doesn't matter as much because we don't, everyone knows that in preseason you play your vanilla defense. Some people play their vanilla offense. But the thing is, this is the difference from some teams to our teams, right? Some teams' defense isn't that far from their vanilla defense. Our team is very far from a vanilla defense. Does that make sense, guys? Some people was like, yeah, that's our vanilla defense. And you're like, yeah, but it's not like you get that creative defensively anyways. Us, on the other hand, we're like, we're blitzing. We got blitzes out there in preseason, and that's still considered our vanilla defense. Like our defense is very complicated, very different, very not vanilla when we're out there in the regular season. So it is a big difference. There's a lot more blitzes. There's a lot more creative blitz. Some of you guys might have heard in the round table. Shout out to everybody in the round table. Some of you guys might have heard people talking in the round table. As a matter of fact, shout out to you guys, everybody that made it to the round table. Shout out to all my subscribers that are in here that made it to the round table last week and was representing for the Buccaneers, because there was a lot of Saint fans. There was a lot of, even though there was no Saints representative, there was a lot of Saint fans. There was a lot of Panther fans, a couple Falcon fans, and we had a good amount of Buck fans in there. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all, man. So shout out to everybody that made it to the round table. Once again, if you're not subscribed or have your notification bell set on all, make sure it is set on all, or you will miss when we do those round tables. So shout out to everybody that made it to there. But somebody was talking about, what were we talking about? We were saying vanilla defense. Man, I forgot the point I was making. But yeah, talking about our defense is very vanilla. We're gonna blitz a lot. It's gonna be way different. So, well, not way different, but you know how our defense is. We blitz a lot more than most teams do. So none of that's really gonna matter as much. Pitch Jets Ravens or 12-10 Bucks kicker player of game along with defense. Flores scares me. Good DC, yes. I don't think it'll be that low. I don't think it'll be a low scoring game. I'm hoping we score more than 12 or 10 points. I'll be very disappointed if we score low. Hopefully we're in the 20s. We should be in the 20s. I want to be in the 20s. I hope we're in the 20s. Any word on Kancey? You know what? That's a good question. I haven't had any word on Kancey, but we need word on Kancey and we need word on Antoine Winfield, and we haven't had any on either. So, but that's a good question. I'll be keeping up on that and trying to see if we can. Hopefully they play week 1. Hopefully they play week 1. Kancey, man, we still haven't seen Kancey in the middle of the field, so that's gonna have me nervous a little bit as far as them running right up the middle, right at Kancey. And I would try it a few times just to see if Kancey plays out of position. You know, he's a rookie. He hasn't had no game snaps, so I'd be nervous, man. I'd be nervous to see it out there. I might put Logan Hall out there first and second down, and then put, if it's 3rd and long, put Kancey out there. I might not start Kancey in week 1 if I'm Bowles, but we'll see what Bowles does, what he decides to do. But yeah, hopefully, man, this Vikings game, man, we got to start strong, man. I want to start strong so bad. I want to start strong. And I will say this, listen, people keep talking about Caleb. I think it's Caleb Williams, the quarterback from USC. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I did see the highlights that people were showing and stuff on Twitter. And that throw that he ran out of bounds, that was super legit. That was stupid. That was super legit stupid. And I mean that in a good way. Like, that was crazy. I don't know. Listen, people were talking about the Mahomes throw when I'm so sick of that. Like, why are we talking about a throw that Mahomes did that was incomplete? It was just like that Superman throw that Mahomes did in the Super Bowl against us, where it was like, yeah, but he didn't complete it. Like, I understand that was hard to do that, super hard to do that. I don't know anybody else that can do that, but he didn't complete it. Like, how can we make a big deal out of something he didn't complete? And Caleb Williams went out there and did that out of bounds throw, and that was an even better throw and a tougher throw. And I can't be mad. I can't be mad at anyone that's impressed by that kid. I mean, that was just crazy. That was a crazy throw. So I get it, man. I get the infatuation with him. And it's kind of why when it comes to running backs, I try to stay away from looking at them. When we're talking about the draft, I stay away from looking at running backs. I stay away from looking at quarterbacks. And if I know for a fact we're not going to draft a defensive end, I will stay away from looking at defensive ends, because those positions, I just fall in love, and you can fall in love and be blinded. You can fall in love with a running back in college and just be like, nah, we need to get him. We need to get him. We need to get him. You can fall in love with an edge rusher and be like, no, he's too important. We need to get him. And obviously a quarterback as well. And I don't want to blind myself from not only understanding who we really need at the end of the season, but who we are most likely to take as a GM of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I try not to watch any college quarterback play or running back play or edge rush play, because that stuff will hook and sink and just drive me off course of what we really need. But I could definitely see the infatuation with that kid. White says, I'd rather get Sanders in later round. Like I said, I'm not even looking at any of that. King Cook is in the building. King Cook in the building. Have we paid Evans yet? LOL. No, we have not paid Evans yet. But That will happen. I think it'll get done. I truly believe it'll get done. I'm not too worried about it, to be honest with you. When it'll get done, I have no idea, but I'm pretty sure it'll get done. Real OG in the building. Real OG is in the building. What up, RTP? What it do? I know I sound a little sick. My throat, man. My throat. I think I got sick over the weekend. Stuff in the air in Cali, man. I don't know what's going on, but Pryor in the building says Devin White will get tested often in the pass game. Yeah. He's going to have to work for that contract. He's going to have to work for that contract this year for sure. So we'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens there. That's going to be huge. Let's go to the Minnesota and their defense. Once again, their defensive coordinator is Brian Flores. He is a dog. He is a beast. He is ruthless. He is not scared, and he knows how to find your weakness, and he will just do it over and over. That man zero blitzed Lamar Jackson all game, literally all game. He zero blitzed Lamar Jackson, and Lamar Jackson couldn't do nothing about it. Now, that this is why I be telling people about Lamar Jackson. People, oh, he can throw the ball. He's a good He's not a good quarterback. He is not a good quarterback. He is definitely a weapon. He is a dangerous weapon at the quarterback position, but he has not shown me he can be a real legit quarterback. If you're getting zero blitzed 24/7, like the whole game, and you can't take advantage of it, oh, he doesn't have weapons. You're zero blitzed. That means you have weapons all around you that you can literally throw open. It don't matter. There's no way that the other team has 4 or 3 defenders that can blanket your weapons where you have nowhere to throw it. It's impossible. None of them have safety over the top, and you cannot throw it in the bucket or just throw anybody open that has man-on-man coverage, one-on-one coverage. Come on now. That's the difference. That's the difference between, certain quarterbacks and other quarterbacks. That lets me know exactly how far is your arm talent. You cannot throw somebody. It don't matter how tight they're on you. There's only one of them. There is a space to throw open. Well, Lamar has weapons now, so we'll see how that situation goes. But my whole point is Brian Flores has no problem saying, oh, it worked, do it again. Oh, it worked again, do it again, and do it again, and do it again until it doesn't work. So if he knows a weakness of Baker, or he sees a weakness of Baker, or he sniffs it out, he will sit there and repeatedly over and over and over again. So it could be very dangerous. The upside to that, when you take chances, especially going one-on-one, I'm not saying he's going to go zero blitz on Baker. I'm not saying he's going to do that. He might understand the weapons that he has defensively and feel like we need to stay on cover too because we ain't got the weapons to blitz or to go zero blitz or anything like that. So I don't know what the game plan is going to be. What I'm saying is, if it is one-on-one on Mike Evans, it is one-on-one on Mike Evans. You get what I'm saying? Throw that mug up, and I know Baker will do that. So it'll be interesting to see what their defensive plan is going to look like. Matter of fact, let's open this up. Let's open this up so people can get in here and talk. If y'all want to come in here and speak your mind about anything, whether you agree, disagree, any of that. There's the link in the comment section. If anybody wants to jump in here and give their opinions about anything, ask any questions about anything. King Cook says, P-Nash, where is Nintendo World located? That's in the Universal Studios Hollywood in California. O-line, D-line is going to have to step up major week 1. They got to set the tone for us. Yes, this will be a good test as far as our run game, to see what our run game is going to look like. This will be a good test for our O-line. This will be a good test for our O-line. They're not no slouch over there and with the Vikings. They got Hunter and the rest of those guys. So our tackle, Luke Gedeke is going to have his hands full very early. So that's good. That's good, man. That's good. That this D line's gonna get challenged right away. We definitely need to be looking at in that draft for sure. Okay, I know you're talking about. You're talking about the dude from Colorado. Well, we'll see. We'll see how that ends up looking at the end of the year. I mean, I know everyone's slobbing on him right now. We'll see how that looks at the end of the year. What else? Trying to think with this Minnesota game. Their D line, their wide, their corners. Their corners. I told you guys since the beginning. Their corners are young. I watched the previews. They said that they lost their top 2 corners from last year. They lost those guys, and they got a whole bunch of unproven corners. Their safeties are good, but they got unproven corners. So a lot of these easy routes underneath and in the middle should be easy. There should be easy pickings for Baker. A lot of throw it up to Mike Evans, throw it up to Chris Godwin for Baker down the field. If they give him some one-on-ones, we should have played. I think this could either be a disaster for us offensively, or this could be a good tune-up game for us offensively. It really depends on our O-line. It really depends on our O-line, and hopefully, I believe that this should be a tune-up game for our offense, because even though I don't think their D-line is a slouch, I don't think they should have enough fight. Our O-line should be good enough. I think I'm a little bit confident in our O-line as of right now compared to what we've seen from our preseason. I've gotten some confidence in our O-line, and I'm hoping that, maybe Hunter gets in here or there, but not enough to wreck the game, not enough to take over the game, not enough to destroy the game, enough to almost make it a game is what I'm hoping. That D-line gets in just enough to almost make it a game. It could have been a game towards the end, but then, we just pulled away. That's what I'm hoping. I don't know how it's going to go, but that's what I'm confident in right now. That's what I'm going to act like, and that's what I'm going to hope that it happens. White says Mike and his Camp Drew line in the sand put a date on it, like Yo Gotti-san negotiations cutoff date. Yeah, I mean the agent has to do what the agent has to do. It is what it is. And it could be because people keep talking about that Baker is the number one wide receiver killer, and they feel like, again, Baker might be looking off his number one wide receiver. Panther fans were saying that. Some Browns fans were saying that he's a number one wide receiver killer, and the reason for that is because, again, the defense is going to take away your first read. Mike Evans should usually be the first read. So if they're going to take away your first read, Baker is going to look. And the thing that I say with Baker is he goes through his progressions too fast, to the point where it seems like, is he really actually going through his progressions? And that's why he's the number one wide receiver killer, because he'll just look and say, it looks like they're going to cover him, and he'll just go right away down to the check down. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Now, the thing that makes me feel like he probably won't be a wide receiver killer, number one wide receiver killer, Mike Evans will get his numbers, is one, he's Mike Evans, right? Baker will learn, you know what, it's Mike Evans, it's one-on-one, just throw it to him. So he'll learn that right away, and if he hasn't learned it already. And number two, in this offense, Mike Evans won't always be the number one, right? He won't always be in the number one read. They'll put him on the outside, they'll put him on the other side, they'll put him in the slot. Mike Evans is going to be everywhere, just as much as Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin's going to be everywhere. All the wide receivers are going to be mixed matched everywhere. So there's not going to really know who's number one. I mean, we know who's number one, but the first read, it doesn't matter who the number one wide receiver is. It's about the first read. And teams are not going to focus on Let's focus on Mike Evans. No matter where Mike Evans goes, let's focus on Mike Evans. They might in the beginning, but then they're going to get killed so much by all the other routes that they're going to have to go and switch it to, well, forget where Mike Evans is at. Where do we think the number one progression is? And then they're going to start trying to defend that. Hopefully, we'll see if that happens. We'll see how the NFL plays out. Maybe they do focus on just taking out Mike Evans and Baker's sitting there and he's struggling because he's trying to force it to Mike Evans. I don't know. I don't know exactly how our offense is going to look. So these are all things we're going to guess. We're going to have so many answers week one. So many answers being answered. And the biggest one. We're at 39 minutes. The biggest question, the biggest answer that we're going to get. How is our offense going to look? Offensive coordinator. I keep saying it. I can't stress it enough. I said it in the roundtable. How are we going to look? I've seen the plays in preseason. Those are our bland plays. I like the bland plays. I like them. They look good. They're going to have more to those plays. It's not going to be so simple. It's going to be a little bit better than that. And I already like those plays that we saw in preseason. So I like our play designs. I like our scheme. I like all of that. I like our playbook. I like the playbook. I know I like the playbook already. But how will Dave Canellis call it? How will he call a game? How will he, feel? How will he have a feel for the game? Will he sense when we should stop running the ball? Will he sense when we need to throw the ball more, take more shots? Will he protect the quarterback? Will he protect the quarterback too much? Will we be too conservative? Will we be too aggressive? I don't know the answers to these questions. We have no idea. There's no way to know in preseason. And we're going to find out week one. And even then in week one, do we really know for sure? Because even at week one, it could be a situation, and I'll break it all down. Trust me, I will break it all down. It could be a situation where we're just looking at it like, well, because again, excuse me. People talk about Byron Leftwich, right? And they'll say the same thing with Dave Canellis. It never ends. It's the same old. People talk about Byron and, he abandoned the run game. He didn't run the ball and this and that. He was never balanced, blah, 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 which was true. But what people don't understand is he was forced to be like that. And Dave Canellis will be forced to be like that as well if we still don't have a run game. It wasn't this is Byron Leftwich philosophy. It wasn't that. You don't think that Todd Bowles wanted to run the ball? Todd Bowles wanted to run the ball. Todd Bowles would love to run the ball and just keep running the ball. Every defensive guy would love to just continue to run the ball if you can't stop it. But if you're being stopped, you can't just keep pounding your head against the wall. You just can't. And if you have weapons like Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, why would you keep pounding your head against the wall when you have those weapons to air it out? When you could get yardage like that. So as much as people love to just talk about, Byron and he just continued with the run game and this and that. I mean, he wouldn't continue with the run game and he was not balanced. It's all BS. He did what was needed to be done as the offensive coordinator during every game. Some games we were balanced. There was a few times where we never let go of the run because we were running. We were getting yardage here and there. So a lot of games we just stopped running because there was no point, and I understand it. And again, we will see the same thing with Dave Canellis. Hopefully, let me put that in there. Hopefully, we will see the same thing with Dave Canellis. Hopefully, okay? And I say that because I don't want Dave Canellis to sit there and 50 run, 50 passes just to be balanced. If our run game is not working, why are we wasting running the ball? I don't care. Why are we wasting running the ball if we're losing yardage most of the times we run the ball? If we're not getting any yardage most of the time we're running the ball? Why are we continuing to put our offense behind the chains? That is not good football. That is not good football. I rather be lopsided one way or the other and stay ahead of the chains. That is better football. To either run the ball too much or pass the ball too much, way more than you do the other, and stay ahead of the chains, than to try to stay balanced, to be balanced, but stay behind the chains. That's bad football. Staying behind the chain is bad football. So when you are continuing to try to be balanced and run the ball to be balanced, but you're continuing to stay behind the chains, you're putting your offense behind the chain. You're putting your offense at a disadvantage. That's bad coaching. That's bad football. Okay? So again, hopefully we see the same thing by Dave Canales. Hopefully we see, we're able to run the ball. Continue to run the ball. Let's get some play action and get down the field. Cool. We can't run the ball? Okay, we can't run the ball. Let's throw it some more. Let's not waste time trying to run the ball when we show we can't run the ball on these guys. It's been a whole first half, and we can't run. We only got probably 3 yards a couple times. That's it. We're behind a touchdown. There's no point of still banging our heads against the wall. There's no point. Let's throw the ball. Let it go. Let go of the balance. It's time to get ahead. That's hopefully what we see from Dave Canales, but we don't know. We don't know. Hopefully he understands, and I think he will. To be honest, if I had to make a bet, I feel like, I mean, it's as much as I want to say it's football 101. Believe me, a lot of coaches are stupid in the NFL. I think that's something a lot of Buck fans, a lot of fans in general, not just Buck fans, a lot of fans in general don't understand. There's a lot of dumb coaches. There's a lot of dumb coaches. There's a lot of ignorant coaches. There's a lot of prideful coaches in the NFL. There's a lot of coaches that are too smart for their own good, overthink things. There's a lot of coaches that are just dumb, just don't get it, just don't understand what today's NFL is, how today's NFL is ran, how to be successful. They're still in the old ways. It's a lot of coaches. It's not like, 50. No, it's a lot of coaches that are not good in today's NFL. There's a lot of teams. This is what I tried to say last year, especially for the NFC. There's a lot of teams that are not good in the NFL. But it is the NFL. So it seems a lot closer than what it is. But there's a lot of teams that are not good in the NFL that don't have that much talent. It's a lot of athleticism. And then the good coaches are on one side and bad coaches are on the other side. And the good coaches know how to keep it close so they don't have to show as much game film to the opposing team that they're going to play next week. So they keep it close until they can pull away at the end or capitalize on the bad team's mistakes. This is what happens in the NFL. This is what happens in the NFL, guys. And it's a lot more than people think. I would say it's like 80-20. It's like 80-20. It's 80% terrible coaches or not good teams, and 20% like good coaches out there. I think we fall in that 20%. So it might be a little bit more. There might be about 30% now, because there's a lot of coaches that are out there that are getting into what today's NFL is. But you get what I'm trying to say. It's a lot more lopsided than people think. But with all that said, I do think Dave Canales, I don't think he's a stupid coach. I don't know. We know he knows football, right? We know he knows what today's league is. Like, we know he knows how today's league is ran. But does he understand it? Right? It's like, it's like my daughter. Last week, I was off work, so I picked her up, helped her with her homework. She understood her math. She understood how to get the answer, because she understood the formula, right? She understood how to get the answer. But then when they would throw her these little trick problems, she couldn't do it, because she didn't really understand how the formula was used, right? In the math problem. She didn't understand, okay, you cut this in half and then you're able to times this by 2 and then divide it by this, blah, blah, blah. She understood the formula, but then when she got a trick problem, she didn't know how to do it because she didn't understand those tools that the formula of the math gave her. She didn't understand what those tools did. So I broke it down to her so she could understand what each tool did. And then she was able to use those tools differently on the trick problem because she understand what the tool was, what it was meant to do, what it did for her in that problem, how the tool was actually performing for her. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but there's a difference between understanding, okay, I know what everyone's doing, but why are they doing it that way? Why is that working? I know that that's working, but why is it working? It's a difference. So we know that Dave Canellis knows how things are being used, or let's say he knows what are the things that are out there that's being used and that's being successful. But does he understand how it's being used or why it's being used? When to call it, right? When to call that play, how to call that play, when to call that play. Why is it working? Why do they wait for a certain time to call that play? Stuff like that, man. But just that stuff, you know, and knowing the rhythm of the game, feeling the rhythm of the game and how the game's going, we got to wait to see. Now, again, if you put a gun to my head, I'm going to go out and say I think he'll be fine. I think he understands it. I think he understands it. The part that Kyle Trask has made the leap that he made, I feel like not only that, but I'll tell you this. Not only that, but I'll tell you this. We saw the difference in the play calling of Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask. Whether it was the first preseason game or it was the third preseason game. We saw the difference of the play calling from Kyle Trask and Baker Mayfield. That lets me know that Dave Canellis understands his quarterbacks. He understands the difference of his quarterbacks. And John Wolford at that. He understands the strengths and the weaknesses of of both of his quarterbacks, all three of his quarterbacks. So if he can understand the difference of his quarterbacks, that's a guy that knows why. Does that make sense? That's a guy that knows why. Why should we use this like this? Why we use these plays for this quarterback? Why we use these plays for this quarterback? So that gives me a hint of he knows what he's doing. He understands what he's doing. He's not out there just, oh, I know that they use these plays, but I don't know why they use these plays. It seems like he knows what he's doing and he knows how to use them and everything. So if you had to, again, I don't know for sure, but if I had to make a bet, I'm pretty confident that I feel like he knows what he's doing. He knows how, he knows why. So I'm confident in that. And that's how I get my different opinions on different coaches. Oh, people think I'm just making things up and that, you know, oh, it's a Bucs coach, so you just want to act like you believe in him because he's a Bucs coach. And if it was a Panthers coach, you would act like you don't believe in him. No, I don't. I'm not just doing it just because I want to believe and I don't want to believe. I take real things that I notice and it makes my opinions. Plain and simple. Just like people with Bryce Young. When I talk about Bryce Young, oh, he's throwing good and this. I don't see that. I see him getting hit in the pocket, and then after that, I'm seeing some throws that are early that they're saying, oh, it's because he's what were they saying? Not predicting, but what's the word that they use for quarterbacks when they try to make the quarterback seem like they're better than they are? He's anticipation. He's anticipating the throw. He just anticipates the throw so early. No, he's just getting rid of the ball early. Every quarterback is anticipating the throw, period. Like unless the guy, the wide receiver stops and turns around and he throws it right there every throw is anticipated. He's running at one direction, and you're anticipating that speed is going to lead him right there. And even on those plays where they turn around and they catch the ball, even good quarterbacks at that time anticipate, oh, he's going to run, turn around right there. The ball will be there right when he turns around. You got to anticipate that. Every quarterback does that. So every quarterback anticipates. So people just like to choose when to use the anticipation as an excuse. No, he threw the ball early because he wanted to get the ball out because he's scared of getting hit, because he already got hit, which is nothing wrong with that. The kid's little, you don't want to get hit. Throw the ball out right away. But some of those throws, including some of the runs that he's starting to do a lot, look like he was scared in the pocket. That's just what I'm seeing. Those are the vibes I'm getting from his feet moving to his eyes to him going through the progressions. All that stuff looks limited at a time. Once he gets hit, that it's limited. Now all of a sudden he getting that ball out right away, whether that guy's there or not, killing plays, not going through his progressions, taking off right away. Right now it seems like, yeah, that's good. He's doing what he got to do. Okay, that's fine. But when he gets into a game, and all of a sudden you guys are not converting third downs, and all of a sudden you guys are kicking more field goals than touchdowns because he's not going through his progressions enough, and they're forcing him to just run the ball and get a couple yards and not convert, or they're forcing him to throw the ball right away, and that's all he keeps doing, and you're not converting or getting a touchdown, then it's going to become a problem. Right now it seems like that's great, he's protecting himself. But if he gets in the habit of that and he continues to do that, and that's all he does to protect himself, and he doesn't want to take the hits no more, and he doesn't want to go through his progressions, or he doesn't even trust his wide receivers to get open, it's going to turn into a problem, and that offense is going to stall a lot. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm telling you that's what I'm seeing right now. So we'll see how that plays out. But there's reasons why I say things and reasons why I see things. It's not because I want it to be like that. It's because that's what I want it to be. I mean that's what I see. You know what I'm saying? Let's go through another one. Saints. I would love to see you. Saints are the only ones in the division, in my eyes, that I would like to kick out of the way, get out the way. I want to say something bad about the Saints, get them out the way, right? The only thing I can think of, the only thing that I'm getting from the Saints is their quarterback. Their quarterback is a head case. That's the only thing. I don't know too much. I haven't seen enough of them on preseason. You know what I'm saying? They have pretty much the same team. I know their weapons is trash. Olave is the only good weapon. People talk about the Rashid guy, whatever his name is. I haven't seen him, so I can't speak on him. But I'm not worried about Michael Thomas. I know he's done. He's been done. You know, Olave's a nice piece. I'm not worried about the run game. We've already been through that with them. I'm hoping their O-line has taken a hit. I'm hearing that they took a hit. They're not as good as they used to be back in the day, so that's good. I hope that continues. Their D-line don't scare me. Especially now that we ain't got Brady. Their D-line really don't scare me. So their corners never scared me. You know, they had pretty decent safety play. But they are who they are. They know their scheme. They know what they're doing. They know their system. Everything's going to be simple for all the players. The hardest part is going to be for the quarterback. The quarterback got to get used to the scheme. The quarterback got to get used to the players. The quarterback got to get used to everything, right? How we're going to defend the scheme and all that stuff. And that, Derek Carr is a good veteran. I like Carr as a quarterback. Do I think he can take them to the promised land? Yeah, he's definitely good enough to take them to the promised land. But to carry them to the promised land, no, he's definitely not good enough to carry them to the promised land. But I do think he's a head case. I do think that kid is ready to put it all in. I think once things go wrong, he's going to be a head case and it's going to roll on like a freaking snowball. King says, I think where our offense will be limited is the fact that Baker struggled throwing the ball downfield with accuracy. Well, Baker at least gives his wide receivers an opportunity, right? So when you talk about, like, if it was Scotty Miller, yeah, that's you can't just give him an opportunity. You got to hit Scotty Miller. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, just give them the opportunity. Because I agree, it's not like he's pinpoint accuracy down the field. He's gonna struggle with that, with the pinpoint accuracy down the field. But one-on-one, no safety help, even with safety help, let's be honest. Like, obviously, we're hoping that he's not throwing it up there with safety help. But if he's taking the shot, hopefully it's because it's one-on-one, right, down the field. It don't have to be pinpoint accuracy. Just give him a 50-50 ball, whether it's Chris or Mike Evans. Just give them a chance to make a catch. I'll be happy with that. Period. I'll be happy with that. Because they're going to, trust me, they're going to come down with it. They're going to come down with it. Score predictions. Let's go 23-17. I'm going 23-17. That's where I'm going. 23-17. That's my score prediction. 12-10. Bucks might be a legit score. You can move the ball well and only get field goals. Yeah, I'm thinking low score game too. I'm going 20. What did I say? 23-17. Bucks. Rosales in the building. If Bucks ever played Seahawks, Pete would destroy Dave and know everything he's going to do. I don't know about that. Could be. That is interesting. Do we play Seattle this year? That's interesting thought. Brent is in the building. He says Kyle Trask should be the starter, but we stuck with Baker Mayfield, so I hope he plays well, and I'm rooting for him. That's the way to do it. That's our quarterback. We going with Baker. We rolling with Baker. That's the way to do it right there. You know? We going with Baker. We're rolling with Baker. And I got faith. I think he can win us some games. And here's the thing with Baker, man. I know Baker can win us games. I know. Because, again, I have faith in our defense, and I know our defense is going to keep us in games. There's going to be, not every game, but there's going to be games where, and this is not one of them. Let me be honest with that. This might not be one of them. This is not a game where I'm sure our defense can keep us in games. This is not a slouch offense. This offense can turn it on. This offense never dies. This is not an easy offense. So this might not be one of those games where our defense can keep us in the game. So our offense got to do something, because our defense might not be able to keep our offense in the game in this game. It's possible. It's very possible. Very possible. Our defense can dominate this game. Our defense can just have this be a regular game. It could be one or the other. I don't think our defense is gonna get dominated. I don't see that happening. But this could be a regular game where our defense gives up maybe 20-something points, and this can be a dominant game where we only give up 17 points. You know what I'm saying? But it can go either way. This isn't a game where I'm fully confident that our defense is gonna just keep our offense in the game. Now, I know you guys are thinking, well, you just said your prediction was 17 points, so you must obviously think that your defense is going to dominate. No, that's not why I think we have 17 points. I mean, why we keep them to 17 points. The reason why I think we have a chance of keeping them to 17 points is because I do think our offense is going to be a little bit of a problem for them, for their defense. And I think because of that, we might be able to jump ahead of them. Right, and this is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that we jump ahead of the Vikings, and force the Vikings to kind of open up their offense and kind of take some risks. And that's why I'm hoping that after that, our defense shuts them down and makes them pay for the risk that they take. Now, if our offense struggles, right, and we're like in the second half and we only got one touchdown in the first half. It might not be good. You know what I'm saying? They might be able to continue to sit there and run the ball. We went through this last year. They'd be able to continue to just keep their game plan and play safe and wait for us to mess up, and maybe they get ahead or something like that. So we'll see what happens. But I think it's possible that our offense actually comes out, does a little something, because they don't know what we're going to look like offensively, does a little something, and we jump up ahead of them. And because we jump up ahead of them, maybe they get a little antsy, make a few mistakes, and allows us to jump up a little bit more ahead of them. And then maybe they try to come back a little bit at the end up with 17 points, and we got 23 points. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. Hoping it ends up like that. But yeah, this is not a game where I feel comfortable saying, oh, our defense is going to keep our offense in this game. It could happen. It could happen. But I'm not that confident yet in this against this offense, because again, it's more the offense than our defense. I'm confident in our defense. I just know that offense is no joke. So we'll see what that offense looks like against us. I feel like there was something else I was going to talk about. So I gave the prediction 23-17. I have a feeling we're going to be able to run the ball. I hope that's what we see. I hope we see our team able to run the ball a little bit. And again, just in case no one has to come in here, but I'm going to post the link if you guys want to come in here and give an opinion. But yeah, I really hope that we can run the ball a little bit. And I think we are, man. I haven't been this optimistic about us running the ball. Actually, I was very optimistic last year, to be honest. But that was before we got hurt, before our O-line got demolished, before Ryan Jensen went down. I thought that there was a good chance that we could actually have a run game last year. But then, yeah, like I said, our O-line just completely got messed up. But yeah, I'm optimistic. I'm very optimistic about our run game this year. And again, it's not to say like, oh, top 5 or anything like that, but just middle of the pack. Just give me middle of the pack. We get middle of the pack, we're going to be a pretty decent offense, man. We're going to be a decent offense. So I do think our offense can do something against that defense. I think we can have a good game, man. We can have a good game. We'll see what happens. We will definitely see what happens. It'll be nice to be 1-0. We do need to start fast. I will say that. We do need to start fast. We start fast as far as like the season, not the game, but as far as the season. I do think in the game, I don't think we start fast. I think we're going to do just like the preseason. Going to be some easy check downs, couple runs, easy check downs, probably go 3 and out. You know what I'm saying? We might go 3 and out, two possessions because of that. You know, some easy check downs, trying to run the ball. Just don't want to throw Baker out there so fast. I think we might do that. Or, who knows? Dave Canellis might go out there and just sling it the very first play action the very first play. You know what? I kind of feel like he might just do that, to be honest. I kind of feel like he just might do that. He might do both. Run one play, easy check down, and then, you know, third down, just play action for a deep shot. Just to back him off. We'll see what happens, man. It should be a chess match against Dave Canellis and Brian Flores. We'll see how that goes. We'll see. And like I said, I will be here to break it down, man. I will definitely be here to break it down. I'll be here to be like, listen, Dave Canellis is not taking enough shots, or Dave Canellis is not running the ball enough, or Dave Canellis is running the ball too much, or Dave Canellis is protecting Baker too much, or Dave Canellis is just not protecting Baker enough, or whatever the case could be. I will be here to break it down, whether I want to say it or I don't want to say it. I'm not going to hold my tongue. You know, we keep it real here on this channel. Also, news, I forgot to tell you guys. Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you guys. I have pretty good news. I can't tell. It's not news. It's a surprise, and I can't tell you what that surprise is. But it's pretty big. It's pretty big. It might be the biggest surprise that I've ever had on YouTube. The truth, yeah. Might be the biggest surprise I've ever had on YouTube. So I'm working on something right now. And I'm trying to get something done. Let's just say that. And it will be a big milestone. There you go. It'll be a big milestone for this channel and for me on YouTube, period. It's something that I've been trying to do for a long time. And yeah, so it might actually happen. If it happens, you guys will know right away what I'm talking about. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But I got some questions that I need answered, and another point of view that I'm hoping I can get, and we'll see what happens there, man. Any last questions? Any last things? Shout out to everybody watching. If you haven't yet, we got 16 people watching. Hit that like button if you haven't yet. Let me see how many people has hit the like button. Come on, I know y'all showing me love, right? You know, I hope y'all showing me love. Let me see how many people hit the like button. 17 people watching. Come on, we got 10 people hitting the like button. We need more than that, man. Don't be a hater like McLovin. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Ooh, I haven't used that in a long time. Don't be a hater like McLovin. Do me a favor, hit that like button. It don't really make sense because McLovin wasn't a hater, but shout out to my cousin, man. My cousin who passed away, he used to say that. He used to say, don't be a hater like McLovin. He used to sing it. He used to sing, don't be a hater like McLovin. I don't know why. It just stuck with us. It caught on. And then I started saying that, don't be a hater like McLovin. Do me a favor, hit that like button. I haven't did that in a minute, but shout out to my cousin, man. R.I.P. I love you. I miss you. But yeah, do me a favor, hit that like button. We got Heath in the building. Here is to the Bucks exceeding expectations this year and winning the South. That's what I like to hear. Yeah. That's what I like to hear, baby. That's what I like to hear. Let's go. So, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I completely forgot. I completely forgot why I even went live, right? And I was supposed to go live because I wanted to talk to some players. I was going to do a whole skit about it, but I'm not going to do a skit about it because I don't got the time. And then when I do a skit, like all the sound got to be right. It's just a whole deal, and I don't want to do all that. So let's just get into it. Let's start with Coach Bowles. Coach Bowles, listen up. This is your team, Coach. Be you, Coach Bowles. Be you. Give me a close-up. Be you, Coach Bowles. Don't be nobody else. This is your team. These are your players. Let them know. And I know you have. I will say this, Coach Bowles. Last year, you had 2 strikes for me. Last year in training camp, you had 2 strikes. I don't remember. Okay, yes. One of them was Tyler Johnson. Cutting Tyler Johnson, I did not agree with it. That was strike 1. Strike 2. Playing your starting offensive line for too long. That was strike 2. I didn't like that. As a coach, there was 2 strikes. I wasn't too happy with you in the beginning of the season. My confidence was wavering. Let's just say that. Before that even happened, Bowles, I wanted Byron Leftwich to be the head coach. I didn't want you to be the head coach. And the reason why was because I felt like Byron not only do you want your offensive coordinator to be your head coach because that way your offense stays the same, right? And you don't have to worry about offensive coordinators leaving. But I felt like Byron can communicate with the whole team better, right? I felt like Byron, we already know Byron can communicate with the offense, but I felt like Byron would be able to reach the defense and communicate with the defense and be able to, reach them as well. I know that Bose, I know that you can communicate with the defense. I just wasn't sure that you would be able to reach the offensive players and communicate with them. So I always felt like I'd rather take the chance with Byron than Todd Bowles. Now, Todd Bowles, you got the job. You had 2 strikes in the beginning. My confidence was wavering in you. But you went and you had the season you had. And some people say it wasn't a good season. I think it was a heck of a season. It was a heck of a season when you talk about the circumstances you had to deal with. And I applaud you. I applaud you, Coach Bowles. You definitely could have replaced Tom Brady. You could have replaced Tom Brady. Now, I do know politics situations, maybe you couldn't have replaced Tom Brady. Maybe you didn't even have the real power to replace Tom Brady. And if you didn't, that's not a mark on you. It's Tom Brady. It is what it is. We understand that. Defensively, offensively, you didn't waver. You had Luke Gedeke in there. Some people said that you waited too long to replace Luke Gedeke. And I can see how some people might feel that way. But I do think that's a mark of a good coach, that you're not wavering. For instance, Dirk Cutter. That's when I knew Dirk Cutter had to go. Going to Jameis Winston. Then let's go to Fitzpatrick. Then Fitzpatrick's doing bad. Let's go jump to Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston's doing bad. Let's jump back to... No, that's a sign of a coach that don't know what he's doing. That's a sign of a coach that's panicking. You didn't do that last year. You made your decisions. You stuck by them. You stuck to your guns and you kept it. People got mad about the 4th down. Oh, you didn't go for it on 4th down. You stuck by it. You kept your poise. You stuck by what you believed in. And it played out the way it played out. We still won the division. It is what it is. Great. For the circumstances we were in, good job. I applaud you. Good job. You got my respect from last year. Now this year, I don't want you to be on the hot seat. But once again, we can't fight politics. Politics are politics. It is what it is. I don't believe you're on the hot seat right now. Now, obviously, if you start off bad, if we can't get nothing going, obviously you're on the hot seat and you could get fired. But we don't think about that. Let's not think about that. Let's think about what's in front of us, which is game 1, week 1, Vikings. You made your decision at quarterback. Why? Maybe you do believe in Baker. Maybe you feel like it's politics. You have to go with Baker and then go to Kyle Trask. I don't know. We got our beliefs. It is what it is. But you know what it is. Stick by it. Don't let these reporters waver you, just like last year. Who cares what these reporters say? Who cares what they think? They don't know anything. I've proven that since 2012 when I first started YouTubing. I've proven that these beat writers and reporters, they don't know what they're talking about anyway. So there's just don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. All they care about is stories and clickbait stuff. That's it. Don't worry about what they talk about. None of that. You do what you know is right. You do what you know wins in the NFL. We got your back, Bowles. We got your back. So do what you got to do. Don't be sad about it. Don't apologize for it. Do what's got to be done. There's only one chink in the armor, and it might not be a chink, but there's just one thing that I'm a little worried about. Devin White. It's the only thing I'm worried about. You have to keep that same energy with Devin White. You have to. I know you believe in that kid. I believe in the kid. All of us, we all believe in the kid. Some more than others. But we all believe in his talent for sure. His athleticism for sure. But no matter what they say, coaching is like parenting. And I know you know this. I know you know this. Some kids need to be a little bit harder on than other kids. And that's why I give you the benefit of the doubt when it comes to Devin. You might know him a little. I mean, I know you know him more than I know him and how he is and how he needs to be coached. So this is why I give you the benefit of the doubt. But we know some kids need that smack. Some kids need the motivation. Some kids need the, pat on the back. Some kids respond differently. We're just a little worried that you might be favoring him a little bit and, you might be a little too easy on him. But again, you're the coach. You know your players. Hopefully he gets it together. But that's just something we're watching, and we hope that you rectify that. 2023 season, Tar Bowls, good luck. We'll see you at the end of the season. Let's bring in this coach, Dave Canellis. Rob Thompson in the building. You held it down and was teaching the other night when you did the show with our division rivals, breaking down the expectations of 2023. The Buccaneers will be the 3-time NFC champs. Yes. Shout out to Rob. Rob was in the building in the NFC South. Rob was in the building in the NFC South roundtable. He saw how we was getting down. He saw how I was breaking them down. And I wasn't BSing. Right? I wasn't just saying things. I wasn't just saying, oh, you guys are trash. You guys are trash. You guys are trash. I was breaking their team down. I was busting bubbles. I was breaking their team all the way down. Rob saw it. Rob was in there representing. Like I said, shout out to everybody that was representing in the NFC South roundtable. There's Falcon fans, Panther fans, Buck fans, Saint fans. They were all in there getting at it. It was awesome. But let's go ahead and bring Dave Canellis in the building. Listen, Dave, let's get a close-up for Dave. All right, Dave. So, Dave Canellis, listen. Buck Nation is very high on you. Starting your coordinator career, we have very high hopes. We have good feelings about you. You have all the hype right now. You are the new toy. You are the new darling. I am here to give you some advice. Dave Canellis. Do not listen. I don't know if you were, standing behind the door listening while I was talking to Coach Bowles, but do not listen to the reporters. Do not care what the reporters say. Do not feel like you have to answer to them. Do not feel like they deserve an answer or an explanation. You don't have to explain. And if you do explain it, do not feel guilty or do not apologize for whatever your decision was. You made that decision because you've been a coach in this league. You made that decision because of your experience in the NFL. These reporters and writers got no experience in the league. Probably don't got experience in college. Probably don't even got experience playing sports. So do not apologize to these guys. Do not go in there feeling sorry for them or feeling like you got to explain yourself or you got none of that. And you really better not go out there making any calls because of something a reporter said or making a game plan because of something a reporter said because they gave you some numbers or some analytics or something like that. Don't you dare do that. You could just give your 2 weeks notice right now. We don't need someone that's gonna. And I'm not saying you're that guy. I'm not saying you're that guy, but I'm just putting it out there just in case. Because again, as much as we love you, as much as you're the new toy, and we're like hyped about you, we have no idea what you're about. We don't know how mentally strong you are. We don't know any of that about you. You new to us. So I'm just putting it all out there. But that's one. Don't forget these reporters. Forget the media, period. Don't worry about them. You go out there and you coach the best way you know how to coach from the experience that you've had. And let the chips fall where they fall. Now, Coach Bowles is the head coach. You know that. Your job is to do the offense. Your job is to also keep this team intact. Right? Offense, defense, coach and staff all together. People are going to be out there. I'm not going to name names. People are going to be out there at the first sign of trouble, or the first sign of us losing a game. And they're going to go out there and they're going to try to divide the team. They're going to try to divide you and Todd Bowles. They're going to try to divide you and the rest of the coaching staff. They're going to try to divide the offense. They're going to try to divide the offense and the defense. They're going to try to divide the team, period. They're going to try their best. They want a show. They want a circus. That's what the media wants. They want clicks. They want the juicy. That's what they want, Dave. Don't let them do it. If you have a game where the offense is doing their job but the defense can't get it together, you know how that goes. Protect Bowles. Because definitely when they have a time where the defense is getting it all together and the offense can't get it together, he going to protect the offense. We got a great locker room. We got a great coaching staff. We got a great culture here. Be a part of the culture. So that's one. Talked about the media trying to split everybody up. They're going to try to analyze every play that you did that was wrong. Do not, well, how do I say this? Do not be suckered in. You can ask Gerald McCoy. You can ask Jameis Winston. You can ask Byron Leftwich. You can ask Todd Bowles. You can ask anybody. Just as quick as they're loving you and saying you are the best and you are awesome and all this good stuff, they will turn on you like this. So don't buy into any of that BS. Don't buy into any of that. Don't start thinking about head coaching. Don't start thinking about any of that, any stuff like that. You do what you're here to do. Do your job. Focus. Understand what you got to do. Understand where we're at in the season. Understand where we're at during the game. I don't have no doubt that you're gonna do that. I know you're gonna do that. I know you're gonna. You've been waiting for this position and this opportunity, so I know you're getting down when it comes to all that. Just do not be swayed by anything else. Don't let your focus, when things are going good, don't let your focus go anywhere else. Stay the course. Stay the course. We'll evaluate you at the end of the 2023 season. Dave Canellis, appreciate you. We got the defense. We got the defense coming up. Put us in the locker room. Right? Listen. Defense. Let's talk to the D line. Let's talk to the D line. D line, check it out. We got some youngsters. We got some veterans. That's what you guys are. Youngsters and veterans. Youngsters, pay attention. Veterans, they know how to do things right. Some of you first year youngsters, you guys came in here. You guys are very mature. You guys have been hitting the ground running. Keep it going. You're going to see that we're about to hit another level right now. We're about to hit another level right now. Preseason was preseason, then there's regular season. It's another speed, it's another level. Keep going, keep fighting. We all took our bumps and bruises. It's going to happen. Plain and simple, it's going to happen. You got veterans to lean on, all you guys. Some of you second year youngsters, you already know. You guys already know. You know how the veterans are. You know how this game is. You know what the standard here is. You know what it is. You saw it last year. We ready for it. We know you ready for it. Do what you got to do. There's no time to waste. There's no time to slack off. We were in playoff / Super Bowl contentions the last couple of years. We might not be talking about Super Bowl this year, but we can. We can. There's no reason why we can't. We can. This NFC got nothing in our way. NFC got nothing in our way. So don't get it twisted. There ain't going to be no time where we can slack off, no time where we can relax, no time where we can say, oh, well, we're no. We in it. We in it all day. We in it all year. Stay with the program. Know what you got to do. Let's get it. Vita, Will, JTS. Listen, Vita, Will, you guys know what it is. Keep everybody accountable. JTS, listen, you can keep people accountable, but it's time. It's time, brother. It's time. It is time, my man. It is time, my man. Let's go. Let's go. Where's that chip? Where's that dog? Let's go. Put it on your shoulder. It's time. It's time. Let's get it. Shaq. Listen. Everybody goes through stuff you went through. I would never even think about it because I don't want to think about that. We get it. Some more than others. We appreciate you. You go do what you got to do. That's all I'm going to say to you. You go do what you got to do. We got you. Buck Nation got your back. That's all I'm going to say about that. We got your back. We got your back. I think everybody here knows that we got your back. So do what you got to do. And JTS, you go help that man out. You go let him know what it is. You go let him know you got his back. You are your brother's keeper. You go let him know you got his back. Logan, come here, man. Come here, Logan. It's what, your second year? I believe this is your second year. A lot of people are not expecting a lot. This is from me to you. This ain't even from Buck Nation. This is from me to you. A lot of people ain't expecting a lot from you. You was my pick. I picked you. I called Jason. I said, listen, he'll be there. Just fall back, get some more. He'll still be there. I picked you. Called all of it. I called the shots. No one's expecting much from you. Put that chip on your shoulders, bro. Matter of fact, I'll give you some. I'll give you some. You ain't gonna be nothing. You slow. You got no pass rush. I don't know why you in the NFL. What else you need me to say? What else you need me to say? William Ghost is going to take your spot. You can't handle it. You're not a starter caliber type of player. What else you need me to say? Go prove them wrong, because I know you can. And believe me, you might not believe that I mean it, because I don't, because you know how I feel about you. But I promise you, everybody else is saying that. I promise you, everybody's thinking that. Go handle that, man. Go handle your business. Go handle your business. Trust me. Vita's going to take a lot of that. He going to take a lot of that pressure. You go handle your business. And you got help. Trust me, you got help. Yeah, come here. Listen. All I want you to do, Yaya, is give 1,000%, 1,000% of the time. That's all you need to do. That is all you need to do, Yaya. Listen, all you have to do is go have fun. That's all you got to do, Yaya. 1,000%, 1,000% of the time. That's it. And you're going to ball out. They can't handle you. They cannot handle you. You will see. You'll see very early. Very early. Oh, this is the NFL? Oh, I got this. Go handle it. Go handle it. I know what you're thinking, and I know what you want to do in your mind, where you have yourself in this whole roster and on this team, and how you see yourself. And you're going to get there. I promise you're going to get there. But don't worry about that part. Don't worry about the other stuff. I know what you're thinking. I've been noticing when I peep the vibes. I get it. Don't worry about that. Just worry about manhandling the man in front of you. All that other stuff that has to do with you and the team, that will come together. Just manhandle the man in front of you. Just go out there and show they shouldn't be on the field with you. That's it. I don't care if it's an all-pro, pro bowler. I don't care who is in front of you. Show them that they should not be on the field with you. They don't deserve to be on the field with you. Period. Cansey, listen, Cansey. I ain't got to say nothing to you, brother. I ain't got to say, listen, there is nothing I can say to you, Cansey, negatively. There's nothing I can say to you that you ain't heard your whole life, probably. I ain't got to say nothing to you, Cansey. You got enough chips on your shoulders, you could do a dang Dorito commercial. You got so much chips. I ain't got to say nothing to you. You just go do what you know you got to do. That's all I'm going to say to you. Do what you know you got to do. And guess what? It's going to be, the lanes are going to be wide open for you. You do what you got to do. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's get to the linebackers. Lavonte, we love you. That's all I'm going to say. We love you. We appreciate you. We've been here day one. You know what it is. Devin, get over here, man. Let me get a close-up for Devin. Are you a dog, Devin? Are you a dog? That's what I want to know. Are you done? That's what I want to know. I mean, I didn't say nothing to Lavonte. Lavonte shows me who he is every year. Every year. And best believe Lavonte had a lot. You've had just as many good teams as Lavonte has had. Let me say that again. You've had just as many good teams and good teammates as Lavonte has had. Lavonte has had to go through some crap teams, crap coaches, crap seasons, and never once on film did we see him give up. Not once. Not once did we have to question, is he a dog? Not once. And I'm sitting here asking you, are you a dog? Still, let me say that. Are you a dog still? Are you like that still? Because the last time we won the Super Bowl was the last time I knew you was a dog. The last time we won the Super Bowl was the last time I knew you was like that. But ever since then, you seemed like you was okay. You was good. You was content. Am I wrong? Seemed like you was good to go. You beat the NFL. Game over. You played this game already. You're bored with it. That's what it seemed like. That's what it seemed like. I don't know. You tell me, am I wrong? Listen. We need film study. We need that dog, man. We need that chip on their shoulder again, man. Listen, I came out here and said I didn't want you. I wanted the other Devin, linebacker. I didn't think your little arm tackles would work in the NFL. I was wrong. Your arm tackles, you're good enough. It is what it is. But what about the attitude, bruh? I love Devin White. Devin White is a beast. Ain't no other linebacker like you in the NFL. Period. There is no other linebacker like you in the NFL. But somehow you are being outplayed by other linebackers. That makes no sense. Bro, listen to me. Listen to what I'm telling you. There is not one linebacker, not Micah Parsons, none of them. There is not one linebacker in the NFL like you in the NFL. Period. Ever. But for some reason, you're getting outplayed by several linebackers. It makes no sense. Where's that chip on the shoulder? Where's the dog? Show me that. We need that. Bring it back. Bring it back. The highest that this defense can go can only go through you. It can only go through you. Without you, this defense can still be good. Don't get it twisted. You saw Servassier. You saw Servassier. That boy's on your heels. Don't get it twisted. This is the NFL. Anybody can be replaced. Unless you make yourself irreplaceable. Anybody can be replaced. And you ain't making yourself irreplaceable. You got a rookie Servassier that came in here and showed you Todd Bowles can make somebody. The NFL can make anybody. Best believe that. So don't get it twisted. This defense can still be high without you. It can be easily without you. But with you at your highest level, the defense can't reach that level without you if you don't play at your highest level. Do we need it to win a Super Bowl? No. We don't need that. We don't need all that to win a Super Bowl. Trust me. This defense can reach heights without you enough to win a Super Bowl. But we would want it. We want you, bro. We want your defense. We want your ability. Why not? Why not us? Like, do it here. Do it here. Reach the heights you can reach here. Do it here. Get your contract, bro. Makes no sense not to do it here. Makes no sense. So, I'm telling you, man, put that chip on your shoulders. Be a dog. Be like that. Because we know you can be like that, but we ain't tripping. Not on this channel. We're not going to sit here and say you like that when you're not like that. We're not going to do that here on this channel. We're not going to hate on you either like some other channels, but we're not going to sit here and act like you like that when you're not like that. And right now, you're not like that. You're not showing us. So show us. Let's go. We know you can do it. I hope you show us. I hope you show us. Carlton. Carlton, we good, Devin, we good. Carlton, Jamel, come on in here. Listen. This is going to might seem a little weird. Carlton, Dean. But I honestly think this defense is up to you guys. I really believe that. I really believe this defense is up to you guys. The level of how good this defense has to do with our D-line. But the core, really, right now, it's up to you guys. Y'all, listen, Carlton, you've been talking some talk. And I love it. And I love it. It's time to back it up. Dean, I know you got his back. Let's get it. Listen, this is the year. Y'all got your contracts. It's time. And I ain't worried about y'all. Like y'all like that all day 24/7, 365. Y'all always like that. And I love it. I love it. That's why I'm glad that we gave you guys contracts, because you guys stay there. You stay that anger. You stay with that chip on your shoulders. I love it. I love it. Let's go. Let's go. It's time to shut some yo, it's time. It's time, because you know what? It's time to show a lot of these teams we ain't no joke. It's time to, you know what time it is? It's time to lock them down, man. It's time to lock them down. Plain and simple. It's time to lock them down. And we got right away Justin Jefferson. Week 1. Justin Jefferson. Oh, will it be good? Let's go. Let's stay healthy. Let's stay on them. Let's go. Y'all know, I ain't got to say too much to y'all. I ain't got to say too much. I ain't got to say too much about that. Let's go. Antoine. Neil. Listen. You guys got to keep the game. Antoine, Neil, y'all got to keep the game. Y'all got to keep the game. You can't let the game get out of hand. You can't let nothing over the top. Y'all got to make some plays happen. You got to protect your brothers. That's pretty much. You got to protect your brothers. Help them out. Help them out when they need the help. Communicate. Communicate, communicate, communicate. Let's go. Y'all already know. Ain't too much I gotta say to y'all. Antoine, you know what you playing for. Same with you, Neil. You know what you playing for too. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what holds the future for you guys. I don't know. I would like to think I know, but I don't know. But you know what? Don't worry about that right now. Worry about proving, because you got to prove this year. This year, both of y'all got to prove this year. That's it. Worry about protecting your brothers. Worry about proving. Worry about doing what you got to do, and then we'll come back and we'll have our talks. We'll have our talks. Offense time. Whoo! Listen. Come on in, O-line. Come on in, O-line. Come on in, O-line. Tristan. Pick your head up, boy. What's wrong with you? You gonna be fine, bro. We know it. You know it. Stop messing with the media's. Listen, I don't know if you was just trying to give them headlines or what, but we know you're going to be fine, bro. Everybody else, listen, Gedeke, Filer, first of all, Filer, welcome to Tampa. We haven't formally met. I'm RTP. This is the Pewter and Red podcast. These are the Pewter and Red podcast subscribers. We are here. Welcome, Buck Nation. And we hope you have a good year. You got your boy Tristan Wirfs right next to you. He is a beast. A beast. So you two have fun moving people out the way. Let me talk to Robert. Listen, Robert. I've had so much faith in you, Robert, from the beginning. You came in and you did your job that you wasn't supposed to do last year. And I appreciate it. And now we're asking you to do it again this year. And I have faith that you will do it again. And not only will you do it again this year, but I have faith that you're the future. I have faith that you're the future for us. Go out there and prove me right. Prove me right and all the haters wrong, because you got a lot of haters out there. You go out there and let them know, I'm not moving from this spot. Period. I'm not moving from this. Is my job now. Let them know this is my job now. We saw you working out in the off season. We know you were working like you thought it was going to be your job, or let me just say you knew it was going to be your job, and shout out to you. Let them know. Let the coaching staff know. Let Buck Nation know. Let the league know. You here now. And we ain't getting rid of you. Let them know. Mayock, Cody, my guy. Luke, come in here too. You come in here too. We keep it raw. There's no reason for me to sugarcoat it. Obviously, you two. Cody being inexperienced. Luke being Luke. You know, had a bad year last year. It is what it is. It happens. I'm not one of those guys. 1 year you did bad, oh, you're a bust. That's not me. That's not how I get down. That's not what we do here on this channel. Now, again, Buck Nation subscribers, maybe they feel like that. That's how they feel. That's on them. Me, it's not how I get down. I understand sports. I understand football. I get it. Sometimes you got to learn. Sometimes you got to take your bumps and bruises. Sometimes it takes a whole year. Sometimes it takes 3 months. Sometimes it takes half a season. Sometimes everyone's different. We get it. I get it. Don't matter to me. It's all in the past. New year, new you. Let's get it. Right tackle. You're starting. Nobody behind you. No reason to look over your shoulders. It's you. We live and die by you. Luke. Mayock, same thing with you. You unfortunately, trial by fire. We believe in you. We know you will have bumps. You will have bruises. We get it. We know it's okay. Get back in there and fight over. Go fight again. Go fight again. Go fight again. It's all right. Don't worry about media. Don't worry about social media. None of that. We don't care about none of that. Let's go win some games. It's only one thing that matters. That play was bad. All right, go to the next one. We only care about the winning play. That's all. We care about the winning play. Go to the next one. Simple. We got trust in y'all. I, believe it or not, again, if I didn't, I'd tell you straight up. I got trust in you. I feel good about it. Do I think you're going to have some problems? Yeah, I do. It's okay. It's the NFL. It's the NFL. It's fine. Learn from it. Live on. Let's go. Next play. That's all I'm going to say to y'all. Do your thing. Let's go win some dubs. Let's go protect our quarterback. Let's make some holes for a running back. Let's get nasty with it. Let's get nasty with it. Running backs. Rashad. Do I even need to say anything to Rashad? I mean, really. Do I have to say anything to Rashad? Rashad, go do work. That's what I'm going to say to Rashad. Rashad, listen. Go do work. That's all I'm gonna say. Go do work. Ain't nothing else need to be said. Edmonds, Keyshawn, listen. Edmonds, do what you can when you can. I understand you get hurt a lot. Again, we don't hold punches here. I'm not here to hold anybody's hands. I'm going to call it like I see it. I've said it before on this channel. I kind of didn't want you on the roster spot because I feel like you're taking up a spot when you're just going to get hurt. Can you blame me? I would say it to your face. Can you blame me? Are you hurt right now? You're on the roster. They wanted you here for a reason. Everybody's here for a reason. Do your job. Get healthy. Prove me wrong. I'm not a guy that wants to be here and be right all the time. I don't care about being right. Especially if it's me being wrong about something of us being good. Prove me wrong. Stay healthy. Do what you got to do. Let's go. Von, I'm pretty much the only Buccaneer fan that has your back, Von. I want to say bad stuff to get a chip on your shoulder, but I don't think I need to. I think you got it. You got enough chips on your shoulder. I think you hear all the whispers, you see everything on Twitter, the whispers, the yells, all of it. I'm pretty much your only guy that got belief in you, Von. Go and prove everybody else wrong. I know you're here. I know you're ready. Do what you got to do. That's all I'm gonna say to you. I know I'm missing somebody. Tucker, Sean Tucker. Youngster. I truly believe your time might come. I do. I don't think it will be with the Bucks, but I truly think your time will come. I just don't think it's this year. And if you do get that, if you do get that chance this year, you better take advantage of it. Don't sit there and think, oh, I'm third string or whatever. Don't think like that. Think like you about to start this week. Think like you about to start, because it can happen like that. Where they're going to say, 44, you're in. Be ready. That's all I'm going to tell you. Be ready. You don't get many shots. Be ready, bro. Go out there and say, excuse me, Edmonds. Excuse me, Von. And tap on the shoulders of Rachaad White. Do it. You believe in yourself, right? Trust me, you got a lot of believers in this fan base, including me. I'm not going to say I'm not a believer. I believe you're capable of doing some great stuff. How confident am I that you will? That's a different story. But I know you got the talent, so go out there, do what you got to do. That's all I'm going to say. Let's get to the wide receivers, man. Palmer. Let's get to Palmer. I like your swag, Palmer. I love your swag. I love your attitude. I love your confidence. This might be a little bit more on the cocky side, or arrogant side, whatever. The NFL has a way of humbling you. That don't mean you stop. And just in case the NFL, because it could be possible that you don't have a time where the NFL humbles you, which means you just balling out. It could happen. You got the talent for it, for sure. Especially in this offense, especially with the other teammates you got around you. it could happen where you just not getting humbled. Just know, look at Chris, look at Evans. The grind never stops. It never stops. And as soon as you think it stops, I will promise you, you will be humbled. I will promise you, you will be humbled. So, as good as you can possibly be, just know, you were drafted what round? You were drafted what round? And how many wide receivers were ahead of you? And you think you're that? You think you're like that? You were drafted what round and had how many wide receivers go ahead of you, and you think you're like that? You know how many teams didn't think you were like that? A lot. A lot. Keep that chip on your shoulder, buddy. And don't ever take it off. Don't ever take it off. Even when you think you got there, don't take it off. Like I said, learn from the people that are in front of you right now. Tompkins. Woo, Tompkins. Let's talk about Tompkins. Woo-wee. Tompkins. Hearing a lot of chatter about you too small, buddy. I don't know why that matters, but I just got to tell you, that's what I'm hearing. You too small to be a vital part in this offense. That's what I've been hearing a lot from Buck fans. And don't get me wrong, a lot of Buck fans love you. A lot of Buck fans love you. They just also say that they feel like you too small to be a vital part in this offense. Listen, you got your shot. This is your shot. Last year wasn't your shot. Last year was, okay, you proved that we need to keep you around, but that was it. This is your shot. Right here. This is your shot. Telling you right now, bruh. And I truly believe that you could be a problem. I truly believe you can be a problem. I think as much as Buck fans like you, I really think a lot of Buck fans are still sleeping on you. Because I think you could be special. Like, for real. And again, I think this is a system that can bring that out. I don't think I got to put a chip on your shoulder. I'm more than sure you got a chip on your shoulder. So go out there and do what you got to do. Wolf, I see you in the background. Let me finish up my offensive speech real quick. Get yours, 83. Get yours. That's all I'm going to say. Go do what you got to do. Let's go to Chris and let's go to Evans. You know what? Chop that. Let's go to Chris because Evans needs to be talked to by himself. Listen, Chris, I honestly feel like you have the whole offensive team on your back. I honestly feel like that. And what I mean by that is I feel like you are the epitome of how this whole offense is feeling. That Mike Evans, the O-line, everybody that was saying that we're not good. I feel like Chris, I feel like you carry all those guys' burdens on your back. Like you feel like, I know my O-line is better than people say. I know for a fact Mike Evans ain't like, it's still like that. And I feel like you carry everybody's burden and you're a part of it because they were saying using your injury as an excuse. Like, out of all the brothers keepers, you're the biggest brothers keeper, and you over here trying to keep it for your brothers. Like, you're trying to get down for your brothers, and I get it. Go do your thing. Mike, come here. I know. Real Buck fans know. All that contract talk, you not hearing it. You're not worried about it. You're not thinking about it. Neither are we. Go out there. Be Mike. Be the real 13 that all these other people kept saying, oh, we got the real 13. We know who the real 13 is. We know who the real can't guard Mike is. We know it. The NFL knows it. It's only certain fans that don't know it, but everybody knows it. Go do you. We gonna have those contract talks later. I got you. I got the hookup with Jason. I'll let him know. Don't worry about that. I'll take care of that. You go do you. Let's round this off. Let's round this off with the quarterback, Baker Mayfield. Oh, Baker. So, I've said my piece about you, Baker. Other people said their piece about you, Baker. Everybody feels like your job is in the air, Baker. Everybody feels like, don't make that mistake. Kyle Trask is right there. Don't make that mistake. But I'm here to tell you this, Baker. Don't worry about none of that. Don't worry about none of that. Kyle, I already talked to you before. You stay ready, so you ain't got to get ready. That's all I'm going to say to you, Kyle. Baker, don't give him a chance. Don't give him a chance. Do you play your game to the fullest? No regrets. Do it your way. Don't worry about commercials. Don't worry about social media. Don't worry about looking like the franchise quarterback. Don't worry about what it looked like. Worry about what it is. I don't want no faking. I don't want no rah-rah. You do what you got to do first. Let all that other stuff come. Do what you got to do first. Take care of your team. Take care of the ball. Take care of the offense. It's on you. We riding, we dying with you. Plain and simple. I told you how this channel runs. I speak my mind, but when you starting for me, you on my team, we riding, we dying no matter what. We here. It is what it is. We got your back. Let's get it. Plain and simple. Ladies and gentlemen, 2023 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's go out. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. We got my man's Wolf in the building. Let's bring him in here. What it do, Wolf?
What's going on, boy? What's going on, boy?
Chilling. Wolf is a Falcon fan, content creator.
Facts,
sadly.
Facts.
What's good over there, man?
Same old boy. Week one.
Week 1, y'all got the Panthers, right?
That's a fact.
All right. Well, let's see how that goes. How you think that's going to go down? I said my piece earlier.
Okay.
How you think it's going to go down with you and the Panthers?
It's going to go how it's supposed to go. They're going to go how it's supposed to go.
And what does that mean?
It's a dub.
Okay.
It ain't no too much explanation.
You put a video out for that already or no?
I went live on I'm battling fans on Friday.
Got you.
You know.
All right. How
like Puerto Rican solo.
You know, that just seems to be the case. I came in solo. It looks like you coming in solo. So that's how we do, I guess. That's just how it is from the east to the west. So you got to be on Twitter more, man, so we can communicate. I'm trying to get you on this roundtable. Some people were talking about the roundtable earlier. We had one last week. Trying to get one next week going. So make sure you stay on Twitter so we can communicate. Get that going.
Definitely.
Give me some of your predictions, man. What are some things you're thinking about when it comes to this division?
It's gonna be surprising. I think a lot of people sit on the Bucks. The defense still there. I respect Todd Bowles like a mom. Saints. They got a new car. So enough said there.
Yeah.
And as far as the Panthers go, they got Bryce the King. Or so they say.
Right.
So not too much to say there. And take a lot of heat from fans because I still be fired if we don't win the division.
And you taking a lot of heat from Falcon fans for that?
Of course.
Wow. I mean, that's
because they say it's a process, and I understand the process, bro. But you get tired of getting a home cook bid, and they ain't been a home cook since 2016.
Yeah, I've been hearing you say that, and you definitely right about that, man. I agree. I understand the process, but if you've seen the NFL, like, process ain't that long, bro. It really ain't. It really not that long. I mean, our process was what, 3 years? Basically, the Jameis, no, 2 years. Jameis year, and then the first year with Brady, we won the Super Bowl. So it was only 2 years. Yeah, I mean, it was literally those 2 years. I mean, we turned the roster around completely the first Jameis year, and then the second year when we got Brady, we just added a few little pieces, and boom, we were gone. I tried to explain that to Dolphin fans, where they're like, they seem like, oh, well, we still need this, but give our GM, some time. And it's like, I don't think you guys understand. It comes and goes like this, bro. You got a team right now that we feel like is a Super Bowl contending type of team. You capitalize on it now or the next year, because that might be all you have. Like, the windows in today's NFL are so small because you got teams like the Bills that are trying to do the process. You know what I'm saying? And they go through that long process. Meanwhile, there's another team that comes out of nowhere that throws their draft picks, that throws the cap space to the wind, and they end up leaping over that team going through the process and trying to get that Super Bowl. And every year there's another team that's trying to do that. So when you're trying to go through that process and trying to slowly build that team, that's what everybody wants to do. They want to build a team where, we're going to be good for years. Man, go get a Super Bowl. Who cares if you're bad for 3 years after that? Like, you got a Super Bowl. Like, the process is just drained out, bro. Like, don't be that team. If you got a chance, you build your core. Obviously, you want to build your core, which I believe you guys do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not high on the Falcons. Don't get it twisted. Okay. But I do like your pieces. I do like the core you guys got. You know what I'm saying? I've always loved Grady Jarrett. I think you guys need to capitalize on him very soon and get that defense right, which it looks like you're trying to do. Your weapons, I love your weapons. I don't think you should have took Bijan, but you got him, and the dude's nasty with it. But Drake, I'm probably higher on Drake than a lot of other people in the division. Love Kyle Pitts. Again, I'm probably higher on Kyle Pitts than a lot of people in the division. You got some pieces, bro. If you hit right, I mean, you could be a problem. I was thinking, I don't like Ritter at all. At all. Okay. I'm not a fan of Ritter at all. I think Heineke could, I'd be a little bit, if we were playing against Heineke, I'd be worried about it. I was afraid that you guys were going to go get Trey Lance. That would have really because I'm not a believer in Trey Lance, but I think it would have been perfect for you guys. Because it's not expectations. He can go there, try to learn, get some things going. And if he gets his throwing mechanics a little bit better and figures out a little bit better, he could probably be a problem, especially with your guys' weapons. So, like I said, I honestly can see the division going anyway. I'm like you. I can see the Saints winning. I can see you guys winning it. I can see Panthers winning it. Because everybody has question marks in this division. Everybody has question marks. Everybody has a problem. Everybody has reasons why they can win it, has reasons why they're probably not going to win it. Everybody has parts where they're consistent at certain things. Everybody has parts where they don't have some consistency there. So this division can go either way. I got where I'm leaning towards, but I say all that to say, yeah, I'm with you with the process situation. I'm with you with that. There ain't no need for the process to be that long. And I don't know how people in your fan base could be okay with Arthur Smith. I don't like Arthur Smith. I don't like Arthur Smith. That's the reason why I was like, I never really liked Arthur Smith. But, hey, guys going to...
But, all that. If you look at Ritter, he won pilot.
Yes, for sure. For sure.
He's more
yes.
He's more polished than quarterbacks that.
But he looked better in college than in the NFL.
Yep.
In the NFL, he looks scared. So I don't know if that's just once things settle down, or you know what I'm saying, he gets used to the NFL, he'll look better. Right. I don't know if it's that. I don't know if he could potentially lose his confidence. You know, there's a lot of things that can happen to a player once they hit the NFL. But I agree with that. I think he for sure looked better than Trey Lance in college.
So the four games that refer to Baltimore's a place play. New Orleans is a tough place out the gate. So if you watch those games, he's able to move down the field.
Okay,
is that a problem? Right.
Mm-hmm.
The third game, he drove the ball 80 yards and touched field goal. Right.
Okay.
Right. And then you played against the backups against Tampa Bay, and you move the ball down.
Yeah.
So that's what I go by.
I hear you.
I can't nothing else.
Exactly, and I understand that. I completely understand that, and this is what I would say. For me, I had Jameis, right, and I think this is why I am the way I am with quarterbacks now. I feel like there's so many quarterbacks that's come out after Jameis, and half of it is because they came to like good offensive coordinators that just put them in really good positions. But I had Jameis, and when I saw Jameis right away, I'm like, yo, we got one. Like, this is a quarterback. This man can sling the rock. His problem is his arm talent was so good, he felt like he can throw it everywhere. And it gave him a lot of opportunities to take too many chances and throw too many interceptions. My eyes, I'm like, that's good. That's the easiest thing to dial down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you always want to say, whoa, than sick 'em, like as they say. You rather tell a player, hey, whoa, dial it back, than you having to tell a player, hey, go sick 'em, go get 'em. So I'm like, that's easy. We can just say, dial it back a little bit. Now, it never happened with Jameis, right? It never happened with Jameis. So for me now with quarterbacks, I'm like, every little thing that I see, I can see how fans are optimistic because like, all we got to do is fix this part, or just give them a little bit of experience, or just give them this. I see it and I get it. But now I guess it's a scar for me with Jameis, to where I see something with a quarterback and I'm like, okay, I'm going to give him 1 year, maybe 2, if he progressed a little bit. But after that, I'm giving up. I'm not, like, I held on to Jameis too long. You get what I'm saying? I held on to what I was hoping Jameis was going to be for too long. And I think that kind of scarred me. So when it comes to like Bryce Young, when it comes to Ritter, I tell people all the time, I get it. I see what you're seeing and I get it. And you're not wrong to hold on to that and be like, yeah, that's why I'm going to give him another chance. You're not wrong for it. For me, my leash is a lot shorter now because of what happened with me and Jameis. And not only that, but seeing the other quarterbacks come out after Jameis and how they right away progressed, it was like, okay, maybe my leash should be shorter. But in your guys' case, there's nothing wrong with giving him of course, 4 games don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? 4 games means completely nothing. And it could be complete jitters, those 4 games. And now he comes in this series a lot more confident. Easily could be the case. So I don't want you to think that I'm just trashing or trying to make you feel like, oh, you suck. He don't
need to be a world beater.
Right, I get that. I get that.
So when you look at somebody like Jared Goff, he wasn't a world beater, but he got him to the chip.
Yeah.
The question now is, how close is your team to Kansas City? How close is your team to Bengals? How close is your team to the Trevor Lawrence, Herberts? Those are the questions to ask yourself.
Yes. Yes, that is the right way to look at it.
Those are the teams that you're in the Super Bowl.
And that's what I tried to explain to Panther fans on my last roundtable, is exactly that. Is that people, and again, I used to do the same thing all the time. Oh, well, this was our division last year, and this is what we had. Now we have this, so that should give us at least this many. That's not how the NFL works. Just like you said, oh, we added this, the rest of the NFL added stuff too. And some of the NFL, some of the teams that added stuff is going to make their team worse. Some people that added stuff is going to make their team better. Some teams that didn't add stuff, they got things taken away, is going to make their teams better. Some things going to make teams worse. Like the NFL is so, it's not black and white like people like to try to make it so simplified. And that is the best way. It's not about, oh, this was our record, we added this so we should be better now. It's not about, it's about matchups. What matchups did you have when you played that one team? Was there any matchups that could have been exploited that they didn't even have to exploit it yet because they were still working on the other matchup that was working for them? Does that make sense?
Exactly.
Like for instance, you have, let's say you have a matchup with Kyle Pitts, right? And you could, like, let's just say the Bucks couldn't stop the matchup with Kyle Pitts. And it's like, oh yeah, but now we got a safety that can stop Kyle Pitts. And then this year you play us and you beat us with Drake London, and we're like, but he didn't do nothing last year to us. Yeah, because they didn't have to. They were just killing you with Kyle Pitts. They didn't even have to use Drake last year. Now that you're slowing down Kyle Pitts, now they got to utilize Drake London. You get what I'm saying? So the teams, fans don't see that and understand that sometimes, especially when you have a good head coach, they'll do that. Oh, we don't even got to use that game plan yet. Let's just stick to this. We could win it like this. Or they're not even good enough, which I used to hate. Sean Payne used to do this to us all the time. They're not even good enough. Let's just wait to bite themselves or shoot themselves in the foot, and then we'll take advantage of that. We don't even got to use a game plan against them, you know.
Exactly.
But
these are but that's me. You got to prove certain things.
Yes.
You can't just go. I just can't go by because you telling me I'm not a 5-year-old.
Right.
A 5-year-old can tell you, listen. Desmond Ridder is the best in the world, and a 5-year-old can beat him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
He's not going to question you.
Right.
I'm question you. I got to understand. I don't care who you brought in. I don't care Manyata. I don't care debate. I don't care who you brought in.
Right. And again, same thing. I Dolphins fans do this that I try to explain to them, right? When you say you got to prove it. Oh, if we get Dalvin Cook, then they have to put people in the box. No, they don't. The NFL is going to say, no, you show us that we have to put people in the box and leave Tyreek one-on-one. We're not going to just, oh, they got Dalvin or they got whoever, now we got to stop the – no. Show us that we have to stop the run first. Until you do that, our game plan is what we thought it was going to be, which is stop Tyreek. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that fans got to understand too. You can't just say, oh, we got this weapon, so now you're going to have to – no, we ain't got to do nothing. You show us that we got it first, and then we'll do it.
That's why these divisional games are so important because Miami wants a home playoff game. They don't want to go on the road.
Yeah.
They want a home playoff game.
Yeah.
San Francisco. You talking about the window. Kyle Shanahan is in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
You put Steve Wilks in another bad situation. As a defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
You see, I hear you. You see, it changes. Look at Seattle. The draft. Number one corner receiver.
Mm-hmm.
They got two running backs from college. Don't even know about that. Has speed like crazy. And last year, Gino did his thing.
Yeah,
and you think that
They could come back out of nowhere, and people be like, "Where did they come from?" Like, that's the way it works. You over there, lollygagging on your window.
Look, Baker Mayfield has his back against the wall. That's a dangerous situation.
Yeah,
it's a dangerous situation. I don't sleep on the Bucks. It's just that. When I was surfing through YouTube, you couldn't find them.
Right.
And I said, what the hell is going on?
Hey, like I said, I've came in here solo dolo, and I've been like that for a minute. You can ask you know about the TTC and all that stuff, so you can ask them about it. I've been here repping for a minute, and it's like things don't look up. All of a sudden, it's like, where's everybody at?
Yeah.
You know, Brady came, and all of a sudden, everybody Hey, I've been here doing it. But listen, are you able to do stuff on Fridays? Because I want. See, the people that I do the roundtables with, they want to do it like Wednesday or Thursday. I want to do it on Friday. I feel like Friday is the perfect day because it's 2 days away from the game. So if we do it Friday night, everybody comes, home from work, take their shoes off, grab their popcorn, watch the, NFC South go at it. And if anybody missed it on Friday, they still got all day Saturday to catch up. And then the very next day is Sunday. It's game day. You know what I'm saying?
AP, I don't got no problems. I can't do it this Friday. We got the Black Podcast coming through.
Okay.
But anything after that, no problem.
Okay. Do you have any Saint fans, content creator that you know of? Because I got Uptown and I got CB, but they're like weekdays are better for them, not the weekends. So I got a Panther fan for sure.
Okay.
A OG, triple OG Panther fan that's down to do it.
I've only seen one Saint content creator, and we haven't crossed paths yet. We on the same panel, but I haven't crossed paths. I've been YouTube for about a year.
Okay.
And I came across guys like Mets, with a couple of them TTC guys, but that wasn't really my bag.
Right.
So the new guys are kind of new, and they're still trying to learn myself. I don't. I went live. I was live.
I got you. Hit me up. Let me know who you think that Saint fan is. Hit me up on Twitter. Let me know there. I'm gonna shut this down because I'm about to go head to baby mama's real quick.
Listen, man. Great talk to everybody.
Yes,
Everybody's please like the video, man. Me and P, man. I'm gonna come up with some great things for y'all.
Oh yeah, we gonna get some videos and let them know your channel real quick.
Hey man, come check Wolf Solidified on YouTube right now. Remember, get your like button. Do me a favor, do it your boy Wolf.
There you go, Wolf Solidified, man. Go check him out. Falcons content creator. Again, like I said, hopefully we're gonna be doing some NFC roundtables. And again, it don't have to be just one it could be like 3 Falcon fans. You know how I do. I don't care. So I'm here for all the smoke, man. All right. Appreciate the love, bro. I'll see you.
Later, man.
All right, man. Yes, sir. That's how we do it on this channel. Let me get Donnie Pepin in the building. He says Super Bowl or bust. He got big ideas. That's what I like to hear, baby. D. White lost the fight in him. Hopefully he gets it back. CPG in the building. How you feel about the Vikings team y'all seeing this weekend? We talked about that earlier. Donnie says, thank God we have Levante. Yep. 83 Tompkins will ball out as number 3 wide receiver in the slot. I hope so. Joshua in the building. Just gave a dot and then 2 dots. That's what he did. All right. So yeah, we're going to call it, man. Good stream, 2.5 hours basically. We talked about the Vikings game earlier. We broke that game down. Then we had our conversation with Tall Bulls. We had our conversation and talked to Dave Canellis, and then we talked to the rest of the team. So I hope you guys appreciate the channel. Do me a favor, hit that like button if you guys haven't yet. If you guys haven't yet, show some love to the channel. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. Don't be a hater like McLovin. Do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Make sure when you subscribe, you hit the notification bell, and make sure the notification bell is on all, or you won't be notified the next time we go live. But that's what we're doing. That's the show for today. I will see you guys probably either Friday or Saturday, or maybe even sometime during the week. Depends whenever I have the day off again. But for sure, I don't work on the weekends. So for sure, either Friday or Saturday. And like I said, don't forget, man, I might have a big surprise coming up. This could be this weekend. I might have a big surprise coming up. I'm working on something, so we'll see. Hopefully we got it. Jeremiah in the building. Everyone shadow here. All right. There you go. So I will see you guys next time I see you guys. You guys be safe. It's your man RTP Skull Gang in the building. We out. And remember, it's Skull Gang! That and it's pewter and red till we cold and dead. I'll see you guys next time. We out.